Can I ask Paul Clark from North Hertfordshire and Stevenage to stand by? And I now call Imogen Shepherd-Dubey from Wokingham, who wishes to speak in favour of the motion as a whole.
Good morning, Conference. Our town centres in our smaller towns are in crisis. As internet sales have risen and large out-of-town stores with ample free parking are now providing more of our basic services, our town centres are being left behind with a few things that you still can't buy on the internet, such as hairdressing salons and coffee bars, which people have already mentioned. Or even worse, they're being left with empty shops. But yet we know that people still want to go and visit interesting places to go shopping and spend their leisure time. I am constantly being asked what we are doing about enough to support independent retailers, particularly in my hometown of Wokingham. Recognising the need to do something about our suffering town centre, Wokingham has started an ambitious project to revitalise the town. This, so far, has been turning the town centre into a building site for the last 2 years. As expected, footfall in the town had fallen considerably. Our shops are suffering badly, and many have gone under. Some of our larger chain stores, including Marks and Spencer's, have closed. It has particularly affected elderly people and people who are less able to get into town and get around, and we have failed to provide sufficient support for people with disabilities, I feel, as well. As a council, we have no control over business rates and cannot make allowances for local problems such as this. Sure, there's a compensation scheme, but it requires a retailer to retrospectively prove that they have lost money due to the work, and it does rather assume that they're still in business. As part of this work, we are building a new shopping mall. Our Conservative-led council is only willing to lease these stores to chain stores that have a better guarantee of paying their rent. This risk-adverse fear is not unusual, but it's stifling our smaller retailers and startups. We are threatened with having yet another clone town. However, I'm afraid to say, this mall that was being built, but our construction company went bust last week. So that will cost us even more disruption and costs. And I'm feared that our town may not survive. Above all, we need to give our local councils more control, especially of the high street. They are a far better place to see what is going on locally. I do not believe central government has got a vision on what's happening at all. We need to support innovation, building jobs, and breathing vitality into our much-needed towns. And yes, that does include pubs. Conference, please support this motion. Thank you.